Hey guys, Agent TV here, welcome back to another video. The year is finally over, but this year, there were so many fantastic movies, specials, and episodes that came out, and I would not be able to name all of them right now, but today, I made a list of my top 10 favorites from this year. Before we begin this top 10, I have a few rules for this. First of all of these animations will have to at least be released from the beginning of 2019 to the end of 2019. This includes, again, movies, specials, episodes, series, shorts, and original content posted online. This list will only include animated content, so no, Endgame is not on the list. And I am only ranking the animations that I've seen, because if I didn't, that defeats the whole purpose of this. And finally, I only will be talking about one episode from a series if I'm talking about an episode. So again, everything I say is just my opinion. Huge spoiler warning for everything I'm about to talk about. Please click off if you see something that you haven't seen yet. With all that out of the way, let's get into this. My top 10 animations of 2019. Number 10. The Other Side from Craig of the Creek. With many all-time favorite series ending within the last few years, a new age is coming on Cartoon Network. And I believe Craig of the Creek to be one of those cartoons that will soon prosper as soon as time goes on. While most of the show shows wacky and fun adventures, there's always a hint of lore, and that I admire in the show. And The Other Side is a great example. We see for the first time a different part of the creek, and it's unique. And I like that. There were many clever written episodes, but from this year, this is my favorite. I just love how there's sort of a monarchy from the other side, and then there's the free side. And many things can be symbolized here. However, the episode only shows so much, and I'm excited for what to come in 2020. But I haven't seen a lot this year, so this barely hit the list, but it's still worth checking out. I hope to cover this show more in 2020. Number 9. The Future from The Amazing World of Gumball. Talk about a wild ride for Gumball, and I love Gumball, but the finale of the show had a rough response on the internet. But nonetheless, that's a discussion for another time. The Future has been a long-awaited, anticipated episode for a long time, for the past almost 5 years now, I think, maybe 3. And this special, in my opinion, lives up to the hype in one of the best episodes of the year. Whether it's foreshadowing or the mysterious powers revealed by Banana Barbara, it all suits well, and especially with the Rob's sudden erratic strive to use her, Banana Barbara, to set up for some future events. Overall, The Future was a great Gumball episode that has the qualities for more overarching story potential. Maybe the movie, if it comes out, will cover more of this. Number 8. Spies in Disguise. Blue Sky Studios has had a rough, consistent movie production over the last few years, but Spies in Disguise only coming out a few days ago made my 2019 list, and I love this movie. As I mentioned on my Twitter, linked in the description, I'll be having a review on the special hopefully coming soon in the next couple days, maybe a week from now, so there will be more an in-depth video of the movie, but overall the movie had vibrant colors, great music compositions, and finally, I really dig the character models. Also, Will Smith, best actor ever. Number 7. Teen Titans Go vs. Teen Titans. This movie surprised me. This movie came out, I believe, a few months ago. Again, it surprised me, and I only watched it actually a few hours ago of me when I was writing this script. But it was amazing. Seeing the original team from 13 years ago was really nostalgic for me. Not to mention the storyline was really enjoyable. There is a lot of controversy between this, but I do not enjoy the Teen Titans Go as much as the original. But needless to say, this special did not disappoint. I loved seeing them fight, just the battling was so great. The only downside of this special was the animation, in my opinion. It felt like it didn't really fit together, and it was in the center of them, because they were in the same universe, so the animation was a little off for me. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. But I still loved the ending, that it reminded me of Power Rangers a little bit. but it was really the icing on the cake. Maybe I'll review this movie as well in the future, but great movie. If you're a fan of the original, I highly recommend seeing it.
Guys, something's really wrong with Raven.
Actually, I've never felt better. With her demon side removed, this is what she's like. She's happy.
Number 6. SpongeBob Birthday Blowout. Now, I was surprised with the special as well. SpongeBob, one of the most famous shows in animation of all time, and with the passing of Steven Hillenburg last year, it really stirred up a lot of controversy as well, with all this new content for SpongeBob being announced, like all these spin-offs. But even so, Nickelodeon delivered an amazing anniversary special, unlike the other one we had. They really tried to make a fun episode, and it really came out well. Not to mention, seeing all the voice actors of the crew was nice as well. It's great we still get new SpongeBob content to this day and can remember as time goes on. And with the movie coming out next year and new spin-offs, a lot for SpongeBob is expected for 2020, so I am looking forward to that. Number 5. Frozen 2. Alright, here we are, halfway done with this list. Frozen 2, the sequel to the popular Frozen. And it really was a good sequel. Sure, the animation has gone up better, obviously, but it was not just that. The songs were also written really well, especially with Panic at the Disco. And the character qualities is great. But just to top it all off, the beautiful scenes were just amazing. Like, it was just phenomenal. Props to Disney for that. And it shows the capabilities that the Disney people who make these movies really can do. And I don't mean this bogus live action remakes. No, just no. If you want more Frozen 2, check out my review right here. Number 4. Primal. This is one of the first shows from Adult Swim that I love the first 5 minutes of. There is no wasting time. They get to the plot quickly, and even though there are only 5 episodes currently out, there is so much to admire. I would understand 2 reasons people would not enjoy this show. Number 1 being that they are just not fans of the slow-paced character dynamics, or 2, that they just have a fear of blood. And both points I do understand, but personally I am not pushed by any of them, and I still enjoy the show. I like how it's different and the unique sounds and amazing art put into the show. Whether it's the sky or even the forest, there's always so much color and great texturing done. And I'm fine with the fight scenes in the blood. It isn't in your face bad, so it isn't that bad, but it isn't afraid to hold back, of course. But also, the creature companion, you know, the dinosaur, is not full-fledged and neglected. The caveman is not completely sane around the dinosaur, but trusts her a lot, and that's just a different type of relationship between animal and human. Really, really great cartoon. Please give it a look if you haven't already. Highly recommend it. Number 3. Toy Story 4. The 4th installment to Toy Story, one of the most classic movies of all time. That's what us gamers call a tetralogy. I think I said that right. And quite possibly the best. Toy Story 4 has another fantastic movie for the franchise, and quite simply, the last. With Pixar's claims of no more sequels for the time being, yeah, this quite might just be the last Toy Story we ever see. While some still think Toy Story 3 should have been the ending, I think this movie had its place, and the ending really put into the perspective of what neglectful Woody forgot what the point of a toy was. Andy, his original owner, moved on, and he needs to see that. And yeah, Andy is not a kid anymore. So he can move on, and he can do what he wants to do. And with that, it's with Bo Peep. I think it's a great romantic type ending to Toy Story, and I'm happy with how it turned out. Number 2. Infinity Train. I called it almost a year ago that I would love this series, and boy was I right. It's like we have a story with multiple directions it can go. It can go this way, but it can also go this way. Quite literally, the Infinity Train. There's so many unanswered mysteries that really can be taken forward in these books. Yet in only 10 episodes, it was able to really show me, wow, these talented people can really create an amazing story with incredible character development. Next week, book 2 releases, and I'm really excited for it. And it's airing all week if you were wondering. Better believe I am seeing it. I'm really excited for it. While I'll miss Tulip, her story was told, and I guess it's time to learn someone else's story. And with that, book 2, I'm really excited for. And now, let's get into number 1. Number 1, Steven Universe Future. Now, this year is crazy for Steven Universe. We got Change Your Mind, Steven Universe the movie, and now we have Steven Universe Future. Like, so much has changed, and I'm becoming in love with this series every single day. I don't know where to start. First off, the movie. Click here if you want to see my review of the movie, but I loved it. The songs, the animation, the neck, I just love it. Now we have Steven Universe Future, which so far seems like a really great pacing series dealing with Steven's emotions. Whenever we see Pink Steven, you know something's wrong. I'm calling it now, guys. Something huge is going to be revealed soon. Like, I'm not saying what, but I have a feeling something will. But yeah, only issue I see with this, with Steven Universe in general, is that it can be difficult for new people to get into the show. It's happened to me, and I'll admit it. It's true. But other than that, this series is perfect, and that's the reason it is number 1.
That's my mom. I should get going. Mwah. Okay. Bye.
Oh, just no. All right. I understand what people say, but just no. Like, it's great. I'm not saying it's bad, but it'll be okay. Connie will be she's coming back, trust me. Here's my list on screen in case you need a refresher. Overall, it was a great year. We lost some shows, Gumball, OKKO, just to name a few. But we also got to see really good productions, Frozen 2, Infinity Train, I can go on. But next year, it's gonna be good. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you for watching throughout the year. This year is crazy for me, but in 2020, my goal is to make the best content I can possibly make. Thanks for making my year, and I hope you have a great new year. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.